But I was thinking about it. I stand by my Harry Lime analogy for him. And on top of that, I know it's more extraneous, but it reminds me. Think of it this way: I'm convinced he's managed to burn so many people. Right? I don't know if you guys ever read the Constantine comics. Okay.
No.
Okay, Constantine at one point, the character, to give away something, is dying of cancer, right? And he's pissed off the forces of hell. So what he ends up doing is that he sells his soul, not to one devil, literally almost all of them, right? So then at some point, they realize the fact is when this FOB dies, there's going to be a war to get his soul because everybody owns a stake in it, right? So I think one of the big ones just goes, screw it, and cures his cancer. He doesn't die. It's just they sort of a variation they used in the movie on that. But that's the sort of thing. I'm wondering if Jack Brady's trying to he's just playing everybody off of themselves, right? As he's trying to find some method to protect his ass from the other the cult members.
Could be.
Because I mean, I don't know that the Harry Lime type of deal is. I mean, he's a con artist, really, is what kind of thing, or a confidence man, and I think he's my gut is now telling me that I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to save his own ass by playing literally everybody against themselves.
Could be.
Oh,
I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last.
Not looking good for Martin and Lewis.
Sorry, guys, but I just got tired of pussyfooting around. I feel like I've been dancing on eggshells all through China. I'm just like,
Reminds me that's the setting for the new book that's coming, The Children of Fear.
Dancing on eggshells. You've been pissing everybody off every place you've gone this chapter.
I'm gonna say everybody did bulls in china shops to be like a truly apt show.
I didn't expect to piss that person off at the one place, and we were kind of hinted at that the tea shop might not work out.
Okay. So, here's what happens to Martin and Lewis. These guys start drawing weapons and say, "You guys know too much. You're coming with us." You have a choice here. Do you... Well, I guess you've got three choices. Do you put up a fight? Do you run like hell? Or do you go along with them?
Oh, could you repeat that?
What?
Sorry.
So you've got three choices. You can resist, you can run like hell, or you can accompany these nice armed gentlemen to wherever they're taking you.
Is there like if we run, there's not like a running skill, right?
So it would be a chase, and so it'd be your movement versus their movement, and obstacles and other things to see if you can get away.
Well, I mean, before they said that, I thought that maybe we could be ransomed, but I don't know. Sounds like they want to kill us.
There's going to be a wood chipper in the back room.
Is move 9 a good movement rate or
Yes.
a bad movement rate?
It's a good movement rate. Uh,
So question.
I think average is 7.
Lewis, what is his movement rate?
Yeah, I do believe you're quite much. No, I'm a movement rate of 9 too, but I'm also thinking we're not going to be able to dodge bullets.
Depends on your dodge score.
Well, they got rifles, so I mean, if they take shots at us, it's kind of hard to shoot and move, right? So we would just need to, I guess, soak a round of bullets, and hopefully we can get out.
How far away are we from, or the rest of the party from?
Well, you never told me where you were going to be, so I'm just assuming you went back across the river.
Well, we would have, yes, we would have started, but it doesn't seem like.
See,
How much
my
time actually
yeah.
transpired between we?
I'm
the
half
time we
tempted
left?
just to go along with them
It
because
is-
that we
it's-
might be able to get in.
No, I think we're gonna. I
It's-
think they're gonna kill us.
It's been 7 minutes since you guys parted company.
I think we should run for it. I don't think there's. I think the chances of anything good happening with just going with them is quite low. That's as they say in basketball, it's a low probability shot.
I would say try and run for it and hope you don't get a unlucky roll.
Or
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say for Eric. I mean, it's your call whether you think any of the rest of the party is near enough to do anything, and if not,
So I'm saying you're definitely not near enough to do anything at the
Okay.
beginning.
whoa, wait, what does that mean?
Well, like, okay, so if shit goes down right now, you guys are.
No, like if they
you did
run
say
out on
you did say you were going to
street,
try to
would we,
find a
like-
place on this side
Yeah.
of the river to hole up. So you're, but at the very least, you're 7-8 blocks away.
Sure.
You are not in a place where you can affect change at this point in time.
Yes, I guess if Lewis wants, if Lewis wants to go with them, that's fine. But I think I'm gonna run for it.
If he does try to make a run for it, I'm going to at least attempt to not be just basically kind of be in their way, but not in a belligerent way.
You are surrounded on both sides of this.
Yeah.
You've got. So here's how, and okay, I probably should have pulled some minis out at the break, but I didn't.
That's
Didn't
okay.
expect that this was going to, even with the offer that I just gave you, that was going to be the. Let's see, marketplace purchases. All right. These are absolutely not the right tokens, but it's what I've got right off the top. So, you've got 2 guys to the north.
To the south.
You've got 2 guys to the south. And they're a bit further. Stop it, roll 20. You've got 2 guys to the south who are further away.
Did you guys actually get into the warehouse?
No.
Oh,
They're
I thought
on
we
the
were
street.
talking on the street.
So, if you were going to book it back to straight to the west, you can do that. There is no one standing in your way.
Giving you
Similar
a layout.
token, you're not going to be able to get in these people's way to keep them from Lewis, if you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna try to, there's nothing that you're gonna be able to do to keep them from pursuing Martin.
All right. No, but someone's going to have to stay behind to keep an eye on me.
So you're not going to run, and Martin's going to run.
I guess so, because I'm.
Why wouldn't you both run?
Okay.
I am willing to take a chance.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
do
So
what?
Martin runs for it.
Okay. Great. I'm going to, and you've got a dex of like 85, right?
95.
95. Yeah. Okay. So you definitely get off the line before they can do anything. Okay. So Lewis, you are staying put.
Yes.
Okay. So the slow guy is going to keep his gun on you.
I keep my hands raised.
Actually, well, if legit, if Martin takes off and Lewis doesn't, I don't see any reason why they don't just gun you down in the streets. I mean, I'm really trying to like come up with a good reason for you to survive this encounter, and I can't.
Is this part of the neighborhood where people regularly get gunned down in the streets?
Well, regularly, but probably not. But
he's a foreigner, right?
Foreigners
Like,
will make an exception.
if I don't know. Nowadays, if a foreigner dies, that's pretty big news. I imagine back then it's probably true too.
no, I think it's just like business as usual if you're in the wrong neighborhood. Like the keeper's guide pretty much says if you guys leave the European concession, like that's it. If you piss off the wrong people. I will agree. I will admit I didn't study a whole lot about 1920s Shanghai in college, but I'm gonna believe that. All right, so
All I know is from kung fu movies.
You guys got high enough luck for maybe somebody comes by and intervenes on your behalf. I think maybe it's about your
Alright.
only choice.
let me let's deal with Martin first because this
Do you
will
have
be
any
the
insane talents?
this will
'Cause
be
now's the
the
time.
this will
Oh,
be the
I wish I haven't gone insane yet, so I haven't gotten any insane talents.
Oh, you know, yeah, insane
Martin.
talent.
Can you roll a dex check for me? Yeah, you're just okay. You are honestly so much faster than them that you get they did not expect you to run. You jackrabbited and you're gonna get away.
Lewis, you should run, man. I don't know how. This is not really a good idea to stay there. Maybe
So
go in the other direction.
so Martin, as you're running, and Alistair, Jesse, and Seamus, you guys hear large caliber gunfire coming from the general area of the warehouse. And So let's start with Jesse, Seamus, and Alistair. You guys are up the street a bit, trying to decide how long to wait for them before just fucking off and getting on the ferry and going on to a different adventure. And you hear gunfire.
Play Horror on the Orient
What?
Express.
What do you guys do?
Always run towards gunfire, right?
If you're a first responder, yeah. Wait, how long have we been? You said we were 7 or 8 blocks away, and how long did it take us to move that?
So I mean, you guys kind of stayed, or you guys all kind of walked up the street, and then Lewis and Martin walked back to the
right
to the warehouse.
So like
so
15
you're
minutes
so
or
you know you're probably at a walking pace. You're probably 5 minutes away. I'll say you could cover it in a run, in under a minute.
Well, I mean, the three of us knew it was like a warehouse filled with goons, right? So
Yes.
I mean, running. So here's what I would do. I would hang out more or less where we are right now. I don't know what the environment is, but like find an alley or something like this. And if I mean, if we would, well, I don't know, but obviously Jesse turns around and looks at least in the direction of the gunfire, right? Like, I suppose if he were to see Martin, like, running down the street, then I guess we would wait. And my thought would be if there was any chasers, that assuming it wasn't the entire warehouse of chasers, then maybe we would try to, fight them once Martin got closer to where we are. But I don't know. What do I see if I turn around?
You don't see anything yet. You
Right, then we
see
say,
this
"God
speck
damn it."
in the distance that is going to resolve in the next, 10 seconds to be Martin hauling ass.
Tell Seamus to clear up. Like, can you enlarge that and just like clean that up a little bit? Holy crap! It's Martin.
Things did not go well.
I mean, we'd have like an idea that, all right, maybe this isn't going well. But I don't think I'd we wouldn't stand in the middle of, I won't speak for anyone else, but I won't stand in the middle of the street to find out. So I don't know if there's so I guess I would stealth it unless it's
I've got
like a back alley or something that we could watch the road a little bit for like a couple minutes.
I've got the pulp talent tough guy, so I have a decent ability to soak some damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have insane recall.
So this is going to be a hard shot for him to make. Yeah, nope.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna get away. 0-2.
You can do it.
Nope. Nope.
Me?
And
Maybe.
nope. Okay, so you hear a
That's all gunfire?
shitload of gunfire coming behind you, Martin. Definitely the area where there used to be a Martin, where there's now just a Martin-shaped dust cloud, where formerly you were Wile E. Coyote style, is riddled with bullets. Fortunately, you're not there anymore. You got a quick start when these things happen, and your spidey sense was tingling, and you got the hell away.
Anyone else on the street? Like
There
pedestrians or
wasn't
something?
when your rickshaw came by. It was a fairly it's a Saturday afternoon in a industrial part of the city. There was not really anyone about. Lewis,
Mm-hmm.
the four gentlemen just all tried to shoot at Martin when he ran off.
You should run.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna see this thing through because I'm sorry here. It was my idea, and if I get killed, I get killed.
Okay.
GM is trying to give you multiple lifelines here.
Well, I'm tired of pussyfooting around trying to find this guy, and he's not going to come to us. We have to come to him.
But that's true, but I don't think he's here. I think he's really pissed these people off.
Well, they just got done firing, right?
They did just get done. They did just fire for this round. It is now to you. You have a chance to act before they turn their gentle attentions to you.
Yeah, I'm peeling out too because I was kind of hoping Martin would stick it out, but oh well. So I go, see you later, and poof.
Okay, make a dex check.
All right, this is where I blow my roll.
Sayonara.
I'm not gonna be that.
Yell, hey, is that Jack Brady over there?
Oh, extreme.
Extreme. Okay.
And I have a movement rate of 9 as well, so I'm like booking it.
Okay. They are all going to try to take one shot. Martin is now gone. You are getting off the block, so you're gonna, with an extreme, you're gonna get off at the same, and catch up to Martin. So even though he's one round ahead of you, you're going to catch up. They're all gonna take one more shot to try to hit you. They will need a hard success. Oh my God.
You want me to roll a dodge or not?
Yes, roll dodge.
Not like an extreme success like that. I'd almost have to get an extreme dodge. Okay, just a second. Sorry there. I was getting my yeah, I think I'll spend the luck points, get that to an extreme.
Okay. Do you have 36 luck left?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then you do not get hit. The next one fires and does not hit. The next one fires and does not hit. The last one fires and does not hit. Okay, and that is not a malfunction on his weapon. Okay. So it is really, really close. This one guy, definitely should have had your number, and you, do some kind of slipping, skidding, Matrix style.
And just to let you know now, I have 0 luck left.
Awesome. That won't be a problem for you.
No, I expect to die later on anyway, so.
Okay. So, Seamus, Jesse, and Alistair, you hear several rounds of large caliber bullets coming from the direction of the warehouse, and about 30 seconds later, Martin and Lewis are coming into view and hauling ass and screaming.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hauling ass and screaming in the same direction as them. I'm not even gonna bother looking back.
Oh, so I totally forgot that I have keen vision. Do I see anyone chasing them?
You do see two guys chasing them, but they're a good ways back. If you guys all
Start moving now.
start moving now, you will probably outrun them.
Okie dokie.
I have a move of 8, so I'm not going to be moving as fast.
Okay. Does anyone have a move of 7?
I can't see my.
Oh,
Character sheets.
let me look at your character sheet, Bill. Alistair, character sheets. Alistair has a move of 5.
Oh,
I'm old and frail.
So you guys are a good ways up the street, and if Jesse has keen vision, that means he sees Martin and Lewis approaching way before everybody else is going to come into view. So
Just head south.
Jesse, you see them running, and you've all heard 8 shots of large caliber bullets. So can I safely assume that you guys start running before Martin and Lewis are on top of you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
oh hell yeah.
Okay. Then in that case, I will say that there is some bobbing and weaving, but you manage to get yourselves out of the Pudong district without getting murderated. And
All right, who's up for Ho Fang tonight?
get yourselves back to
Go to the other warehouse.
to the international settlements. So, by the time you get back, across the river, having taken a interesting route to get there, it is probably close to 6 p.m. on Saturday night. What is it that you are doing from here?
Martin is gonna get we're very drunk.
I know what we're not going to do. Talk about Jack Brady.
Yeah.
I did not expect that reaction from those guys. Holy crap.
It's actually the same reaction as we got last time.
just these guys had automatic weapons. I mean,
Or
So-
at least semi-automatic.
And you stop and you think about it as we compare notes. We really got to stop mentioning Brady.
Yeah.
Well, if we yeah, maybe we just kind of try to pick up the other plot threads, like the cult of the fat woman or whatever.
Well, we could try to find this Moo guy. Do we know anything about him besides him being
Other
a...
warehouse.
so here's the clues that I had given you at the beginning of the episode of the threads that you still had hanging open that you know about. So you followed up on Chu Min by showing up at his warehouse and dropping Brady's name. So what you know about Mr. Mu is that he was the previous curator of the Shanghai Museum and is now retired. And his protege gave you Mr. Mu's information along with a whole bunch of other scholars. All he gave you for Mr. Mu was a phone number. And when you called him, you kind of generally said that you were looking for a scholar to help you translate some works. And he said, well, I'm sorry, but I'm really busy, and hung up. The other thing that you know about is Ho Fang's warehouse. You know it's pretty sizable and well guarded, and you realize that part of the warehouse is built over a pier and suspect that there might be a way to get in from underneath. And I know in the last episode, you had said that you were looking to hire and or steal a boat and try to break into the warehouse. So that is the remaining threads that you've got going on right now here in China.
Shall we try to hunt down? Shall we try our attempt at Mu, or do we go for the warehouse?
Do we have a reverse
Warehouse.
directory?
Warehouse.
Okay, let's go to
Yeah,
the
finish
warehouse.
what we
I'm sorry,
started.
what were you saying, George?
Well, I was going to ask if we had a reverse directory to be able to look up the address from the phone number.
You don't, but you could all, you all also have a few different people that you could probably ask for that information, the chief of which would be the person who gave you his phone number.
The current curator. And possibly there's someone else at the museum that knows where he lives.
Or, you've got Anthony Chang, the guy who runs the Shanghai Bulletin newspaper, who was the one who first told you about the museum in the first place. You've probably got some different angles to try to figure out where this guy lives, if that is what you want to do.
Well, I think there's already a couple of votes for the warehouse, so I guess I'll go on with that.
Then I guess, do you want to, since we just got done writing everything else, rest tonight and start picking up items tomorrow?
Yeah, I think Martin is going to get very drunk tonight.
Excellent.
Shoes.
Okay, so
I think tomorrow we're going to party tonight. Then tomorrow we're going to attempt to pick up items, as in rent a boat, get items we may need to break in, like a crowbar, hammer, or maybe a chisel, maybe maybe a rope ladder or a rope with knots.
Is it possible to get a diving suit? Like, can we look at the warehouse from underneath the water line and see if there's any way in?
You want to get like a old timey diving bell and have someone on the shore pumping the bellows and.
Yeah, it's not obvious.
With the brass helmet and the like the circle, with your cross, and there's a piece of glass here.
Yeah, we're just taking barnacles off the pier. Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. So it's Sunday morning. What is the plan, guys?
I think picking up some items first. Crowbar.
Doesn't Jesse carry a crowbar?
I might. Never asked.
I was gonna say, I feel like this has come up a few times. Or maybe just
Let's
over and over and
see.
over again at the Juju house.
Maybe a grappling hook and some rope.
Yeah, no, I actually do have a crowbar.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And
somebody
I
does.
have since the beginning of play.
Maybe some climbing shoes, something that would be able to, you could sink your feet into, like climbing up a tree or a pier. In case we had to climb up, I figure a grappling hook and definitely rope.
Got a rope.
A hammer and chisel. In case we had to, maybe some canvas bags to deaden the sound so that it's not making a loud clank when we have to bang something. Deaden the sound. Maybe a couple flashlights.
Well, when we cased the joint earlier,
We haven't cased the place at night to see how many guards they have outside at night.
we could do that.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? We'll pick up the items we need, and that evening we'll case out the place at night. See how busy it is, or what kind of guards it has on the outside. Maybe see how busy the pier is too from a distance, or from a few buildings down, using a pair of binoculars or something.
Okay.
That way we don't go in there blind. At least, we have an idea what kind of setup there is at night.
Sounds like a pretty good plan.
So, what time of night are you going over?
What do you think, gentlemen? 11 o'clock?
Time of night that's darkest before the dawn.
I mean, it's December in Shanghai. It gets dark pretty early.
Pretty early.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 10 or 11 o'clock should be good, because dust will have settled.
It gets dark at like 5, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. How cold is it here, by the way?
Cold.
All right, so people aren't going to be hanging out there for a while except for guards. So that we'll bundle up, cover up, and I say we start heading over there at 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do that. Let me. Let's see here. Do I have you guys as tokens on this map somewhere? No. Okay, let me go drag tokens back over here. Okay.
By the way, which one is the front entrance to this place?
So the warehouse sits on the north bank of the river. So if you're approaching it from the street, you'll be coming in from the north side of the map. If you're coming in from the river side, you'll be coming in from the south side of the map.
Well, they come from the north side just to get an idea what it looks like. And which one during the day did we see seemed to be the front door or to the offices and stuff like that?
There was no door to the offices, so there were, sorry, so there's these two doors here which go into the warehouse, and these are
Main
big
warehouse.
double warehouse, rolly doors. And then over on the middle of the west side, there's this door here, which is just a regular door, which appears to go into the office area.
Okay. Do we see, coming up from this way, do we see anybody on the outside?
All of the doors are closed, and you do not see anyone outside.
Okay. What do you think, gentlemen? Where do you think the guards are going to be? Inside the main warehouse or in the office area? If they had something important, I would think they would be in the warehouse area.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
know
I
why
don't
they'd
see
be
any-
in the office.
Yeah, I don't see. It might be better for us to go into the office area first. But let's take a look around. I mean, we don't see any guards on the outside looking from the north or from here.
You do not see
Or-
anyone outside, and the warehouse appears to be dark. There are some windows in the warehouse area itself, but they're all at least 7 feet up off the ground. But it's if there are lights on in there, they're very, very dim, and they're not shining outside.
I'm thinking maybe we should go in, here where the office is. Might be some incriminating paperwork or something like that. What do you guys think?
Worth a try.
Or do you want to try to do it tonight, or just do you want to try to just reconnoiter the place?
There's nobody there now, right?
As far as we know, someone has lockpicking skill, right?
Yep.
All right. Shall we try it on the store then?
Sure, why not? There it is.
While the rest of us.
Geez, what a delay.
We all just chant Jew, 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 Jew.
Oh, that's a success.
Okay. So you are able to open that door or unlock that door.
Okay, let's open up and take a look, gentlemen.
Good.
Is there any way to shrink my token a bit?
Yes.
Thanks.
So,
Maybe we should open up the door and peek inside.
show me where you would like to be.
I'm gonna peek through the door.
Are there any tripwires that
Are you being stealthy about this, or are you just
Yes,
okay?
I'm being stealthy, so you
Then I
roll
would
stealth.
need a stealth roll.
All right, let's see if I can be stealthy today. All right. No, I'm not stealthy, but I didn't super fail either. So at least I didn't have a fumble. However, extreme, sweet.
Okay.
like a ghost?
Okay. So when you peek inside the door itself, you see. This is what you can see from your vantage point. It is very dark inside of here, and so, from just the moonlight outside, you can't really see a whole lot. To the north and south, the corridor extends beyond your sight line, and straight ahead it looks like this room opens up. You can kind of get the idea that there's probably a wall in front of you. There's no scale on this map, but it's probably about 10 feet or so in front of you.
Right. I'm going to step in, and then I'm going to shine my light downward so it gives me some light, but it's not directly shining in any windows or towards any doors, but it'll give me a little bit more light into the area.
Okay. So this is what you're going to be able to see. So you are in a room. There is a door to the south. This appears to be, just an entry way into the office. There is a receptionist desk over here, which is currently unoccupied. And you'll be able to see a little bit more to the north as well, but not. So the corridor continues to the north, and at the south ends in a door.
Yeah. I'm going to listen at the door while giving a space for someone else to come in. So I will do a listen check while I'm letting someone else come in the door. Where's the listen? Oh, there's the listen. No, I'm not doing anything today. Absolutely.
You do
useless
not
today.
hear anything.
It seems to be my luck tonight, or not luck, except for the extreme on the decks.
Can I try a listen check? I can't believe that there's not a night watchman or something. This guy's like a gangster. There's got to be somebody here.
What is Jesse and Seamus doing?
Well, I came up, I opened the door for them, and I'm,
Is there any reason why we wouldn't be inside, I guess?
yeah.
You tell me.
Like, is there anyone around?
Do they say
Outside?
it's
You have not
coast clear?
You have not seen anybody yet.
Okay, so if they give me the closest clear,
Okay, so Martin, from where you're standing, and unless you tell me otherwise, I'm assuming you all have your flashlights out. You can see that the corridor goes to an end and then dead ends, and that there is another entryway to another corridor up here.
Who's this up here?
That's Alistair.
All right. Is Alistair coming in or
uh,
not?
I'm
Yeah,
assuming he's
I'll
with
go
you
inside.
guys, but Bill's not able to see Roll20 right now, so
Oh, okay. All right.
because of his janky internet with all the thunderstorms.
I'm kind of Scooby-Dooing around with the rest of you.
Okay. Understood.
We should probably head to the top floor, right? That's probably where the more important information is.
All right. Well, Alistair, you want to try this door? Matt? Try to see if you can pick it, or I'm going to see and check it to see if it's locked.
Which door?
The one I'm next to.
Okay, you were not next to a door when you said that.
Oh.
Okay. Yes, it is unlocked.
I open it
Okay.
carefully.
It leads to a set of stairs.
I go, hey. I go, psst. Stairs.
Okay.
Nothing
Yeah.
sinister about that.
And I'm going to carefully go up the stairs, trying to be careful not to make any noise. Watching my step, going up the stairs.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
All right. I'm expecting to fail this one too, because it's been my night for that. Ooh, wow. I am good.
Okay. So that is going to go over to the top floor map, which is to your left, and that will put you right here.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Here, right?
Yeah.
Or here. Up the steps?
Yep.
Or at the this
yeah,
one.
So you've come up the steps, and then there's a little bit more step to the, so it,
All right.
as is pictured in here, there's a landing, and then there's some more steps this part here and where your token is standing is pretty much the same place.
Still keeping the flashlight down so it's not shining into the wall, the windows or the walls. I'm going to slowly, carefully watching my steps, going up, trying to be stealthy while making sure I don't trip over anything or, And I assume you want me to roll another stealth, right?
If you are continuing to be stealthy, then yes.
Yes. All right. All right, a regular success.
Okay. What's
Slow.
everybody else doing? Are you guys also going up these stairs, or are you fanning out?
I'll go up the stairs to save you the trouble
Okay.
of moving around differently.
Same here. This way, in case there's any more locks. Just take a look.
I will wait by the front door and be the lookout.
Okay.
Because
What's the secret code? Or what's the sign?
Because we didn't have one when we went to that Egyptian lady's house, and we got hit. Those fucking cultists came out of the backyard or whatever.
Very good. Let me just okay. Great. Bill, do you want Alistair to keep watch with Martin, or are you going to go up the stairs with everybody else?
I'm going to go with the group and travel through.
Okay.
So that I'm available if we come across anything that might need mystic mythos checks.
Okay. Great. Okay, so this first room that you go into appears to be a larger a receptionist's office. There is a big desk here. There are some filing cabinets here and here. And of course, no one is in right now. There's a window here, and there's a door here.
Rummage through the cabinets.
I'm gonna make sure. Is there this window here? Does it look outside or into the warehouse?
It looks outside.
Okay, I'm just making sure the blinds are definitely shut.
They are.
All right. And I will go over here and listen at the door while they go through the file cabinets.
Are you going through the filing cabinets?
I'm
Filing.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna at least keep an ear out.
Although, of course, the only person who might read Chinese is not with us.
Just take it with you, whatever.
So I had a hard success at listening to the door.
Okay. Martin, can I get a listen roll from you?
Uh-oh. Ah.
Okay.
Can I spend 11 luck to make that a success?
You can.
Okay, I do that.
Great. You hear footsteps approaching your position.
From the north, south, or north or south, or I guess it would be north or south, right?
From the northeast.
Northeast. All right. Can I duck around this corner and perhaps get a jump on someone who might come around come down that corridor towards the front door?
You can.
And I'll take my gun out.
Which gun do you have with you? The 45?
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume that carrying a long gun around would be kind of conspicuous.
A little bit. Okay, let me just. Okay. So that will start happening sometime soon. Okay. Lewis, you do not hear anything at the door that you are at.
Okay. I think the other two were looking through the file cabinets.
Correct.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of is maybe it's something that ties. I mean, we found the clue to this place in like London, right?
So these cabinets here in the main reception area, well, none of you speak Chinese, so you actually can't read anything from the paperwork.
Actually, I can at least understand some Chinese.
Well, but you're not there, so.
Is
Yeah,
there anything going to like London addresses or like UK addresses?
It's all in written Shanghainese, so there's
the addresses wouldn't be.
Well, it's all internal documents. When you look through quick, like it's it appears to be like ledgers well, I mean, you don't really know what it is, because it's all in a language that you don't understand. You don't really know what any of this stuff is, but it like none of it's English, none of it it doesn't appear to be shipping registers or anything that
Right, then in
would be
true
that
RPG,
useful.
in true RPG tradition, then we'll just have to take everything. Unlimited inventory. I mean, I don't know.
Stuff everything into the bag of holding. We'll sort it out later.
Take it all and sort it out later. Okay. I mean, are there any? Is this an office? I mean, is this like? Is there any clue to what kind of an office this could be? Like, you know, an executive's office would be
You
different
would
than an
guess
accounting
that
office,
this
which would be
is.
different
You
than-
would guess that this is the main reception area for the offices of the warehouse. The
reception
area
area.
downstairs like just had like a chair and a tiny desk that you expect, you know, someone you know, sits at bored during the day just in case someone comes in the side door. Whereas this, you know, looks like you know, an office, you know, like a reception area. You know, there's a phone here.
Fancy.
It's not terribly fancy,
It's like the reception
but
of a gas
it looks like, you know, this is where like probably the actual receptionist who answers the main phone sits.
Gotta find Ho Fang's office. Look for like jade or
Alright.
antiques or something like
So
that.
they probably wouldn't be keeping super important documents out here.
Okay.
All right, and so that's the end of this room.
That is the end of this room.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
I'm gonna check to see at this door. Is it unlocked or locked?
It is unlocked.
All right, then I will. Didn't hear anything when I said, so I'll peek out. What do I see?
You see a hallway with a nice little potted plant there.
I will step out.
Okay. Hold on. Hold up there.
Yeah.
And is that what I have to do? Okay. Why is this? One of these days I will. Oh, because I'm on the wrong tool. That would be why. Okay. Okay.
It's not good.
And then add these guys. Okay. So Martin, a minute ago you heard some noises and you see two guys come around the corner. And you would guess that they are they look like
Evil.
security guards who are doing rounds, and you hear them because you speak Chinese. You hear them saying, "All right, well, one more sweep, and then we can go take a nap for a couple of hours. You know, I'm gonna get you next time we play mahjong." The other guy goes, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. You say that every week, and I always take your money."
Out of character, aren't you supposed to have 4 players when you play mahjong?
Well, you haven't you don't know who else is here. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
good thing for you to know, actually.
All right. So I'm in the reception area, right? Did you say
Yes,
there was
and you're around the corner, so they can't see you right away as they're coming down to check things out.
is it possible for me to like hide in the desk or behind the desk?
Sure. I will say that you will need a hard stealth roll in order to successfully not be seen when they come around on their rounds.
All right. Well, here goes nothing.
So, wait,
Hey,
you
you
did
got
it.
just what you needed.
Actually, I got a GM question there.
Yes.
I thought COC7, and I don't really know the answer to this, but I thought COC7 was like all about opposed rolls. So why wouldn't it be that?
I am going to say that these guys are not terribly diligent at what they're doing, so instead of doing an opposed, your stealth versus their spot hidden, that you know, these guys know this warehouse really well, but they're not super sweeping there. They don't expect anyone to be here because no one's ever here. So a regular success, they will they will get a regular success because they're sweeping through doing their thing. And I'll say that if you got a hard or better, they're not going to see you. Also, I don't have their spot hidden in their stat block, and
No, it's fine. It was just
so
kind of
that's
like on the off chance I
my
ever run this game.
my
it's like-
GM whatever. I'm saying that these guys are professional security guards. They know this warehouse really well, but they're also not that interested right now. So they are going to get a regular success as they're looking through. And if Martin can get a hard or better, then he will successfully be crouched down under the desk, and they're not going to see him. I guess, yeah, I could have statted them out better, and we could actually roll it, but that's my GM fiat of how I'm doing this.
No, it's never really clear to me in games like this about like, do you just have a difficulty for the roll or you do the opposed?
Yeah,
Opposed is
I mean,
always
there's
sounds good
times
in
that I do
theory,
the
but
opposed, like but this is not one of them that I'm doing it.
yeah, I hate having stats for everything.
Yeah, so okay, they come down.
You did it! Yay!
And they walk to here on their turn, and I'm going to do this in initiative order. We're not, you guys up top have no idea that this is happening. You're not in actual combat, but just to keep track of what everyone's doing and where everyone is. I'm gonna follow the initiative order for now. So Seamus, in your next 10 seconds, what are you doing?
If you're talking, you're muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Sorry, I'm muted because my daughter came in and talked to for a second, and I forgot to unmute. As I was trying to say, basically, I was going to be following Lewis and seeing if he runs into any more locked doors or something that he needs me to pick.
Okay. So there is a door in front of you, Lewis. Actually, yep, Lewis, you're next. There is a door in front of you.
I'm going to listen at that door
Okay.
and see if I can hear anything. And hopefully there's nothing behind there, but who knows? Another hard success. I don't hear anything. Or
Okay.
I if there's something, I hear it. If I don't, I don't. And I'm going to check to see if the door is locked.
The door is locked.
I look at my friend behind me and I let him by. I step back and let him deal with the door.
Okay. Okay.
Success.
You are able to unlock the door. Okay. Jesse.
Wait, so what they did? So wait,
They
they went
they
through this door?
they unlocked a door.
Okay, wait, which goes in the loop back to this room? No, wait. how
Sorry,
does this
no, they
work?
unlocked. I screwed up when I
Oh,
was
this is
trying to add
top
people to
floor.
the initiative and revealed more than I meant to, and then covered it back up again. So this door here is the door they just unlocked.
It leads to a stair that leads back.
No,
into
it doesn't lead to the stair. It leads to there's a. So let me move him out of the way.
Oh, I see.
There's a potted plant here, and then a little bit of a hallway that goes up.
Well, I see. I was looking through the filing cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
So is this after that?
Yes, this is after that.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'm either. I don't know. I don't know how long how long's around.
10
I guess
seconds.
it's a 50-50 chance that I'm either where I am or I go through the door, I guess.
You tell me. You get 10 seconds, so feel free to.
I guess I would just keep going through the door with the other people.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay. Alistair, are you following the team?
Following the team.
Okay.
I gotta
Martin.
make sure after everybody comes through, I'm gonna shut the door. Yeah, the door they came through.
Okay.
I just remain quiet and keep an eye on the guards, but just try to remain hidden.
Okay. So the guards come down. They don't see you. They see that the two doors are closed, and that is going to be their turn this turn. Seamus.
Okay. For here, let's go up a bit. Is there any more doors?
So you can see with your flashlight that there's some more, that this appears to go up, and there's some more windows here that look out outside. And that's what you can see from where you are.
Okay, just keep going.
That's all you can do on your.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know how far I
Yeah,
could get.
that's about as far as you can get on this.
Fair enough.
On this
Fair
turn.
enough.
Lewis.
No worries.
Yes, just a second. Yeah, I'm going to step into this hallway, and I'm going to wait for everybody else to get through before I make sure this door is shut.
Okay. Jesse.
That way,
thought I went through the door.
Okay, you're going through the door. Great. You
No, I
and
didn't there. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
It's off.
okay. Martin, you still hiding in shadows?
Yes.
Okay.
I channel my inner thief.
All right. Let's see. These guys don't have any luck. Martin, make a luck roll since you're down there with them. Ooh. So, these guys. Well, okay. So they're actually gonna look for it. I'll give you another chance that they actually. Let's see, 1d100. Okay, no, that's a pass. So they are checking out to make sure that everything's copacetic, and they realize that the front door is now unlocked. And you know, you hear them say, "Wait a minute. This door was locked the last time we did the rounds." I will let you act since you're hiding in stealth if you would like to take an action when you hear this.
Well, they don't know that I'm there.
They don't. That is correct.
There's two of them.
Yes.
I don't know that I want to kill them.
Scare them away.
Seems unlikely that their first action would be to look behind the desk.
Yeah, I have my gun, so I guess I'll just hold my action and see what happens.
Okay. Works for me. Seamus?
Okay. I just continue a little further down.
Okay. So this, with your flashy flashlight, this appears to be a really nice looking office. There is a super nice desk here. Over on these tables here, you will see that there are a number of rolled, what appear to be, what you would guess to be as navigation charts. There are also a number of railway atlases, and then a number of books and bound papers. A couple of them are in English. Most appear to be in Chinese. And I'll let you make a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Sorry. Shit.
You also find a floor safe that you notice right here.
Okay.
Lewis.
Combination or lock? Can't tell.
It is a lock.
Okay.
Key lock, not a combination.
Yes.
Lewis, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to move forward now that I've made sure the door is shut, and I'm going to join Seamus.
Okay. So
And
you see a room. It's a very nice office. There's a bunch of navigational charts, some books and bound papers. There is also a filing cabinet over here, and Seamus points out to you that there is a floor safe.
all right,
Jesse.
I will.
I spend one round looking out the window.
Excellent.
Do I
Great.
see anything?
You do not. Bill, what would you like Alistair to do? Bill wants Alistair to take a nap. Did we lose you, Bill? Might have lost Bill. Okay. We'll just assume that Alistair is peeping around here in the office. Okay. Martin. What?
They still haven't seen me, right?
They still have
does it
not
look
seen
like,
you. That is correct.
Does
If
it
you
look
would
like
like
they're
to,
gonna?
if you would like to delay, you can either do something or you can delay your action until after they do something.
I'll hold my action and see what they do.
Okay.
You hear me now?
I can now. Yes.
Microphone. What now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing Zoom here and
Okay. Great. Okay, so on their turn, the first guy is going to say, I'm gonna go back and get the others and tell them that something might be happening. You stay here uh, and cover the rear in case they come back. You know we're not allowed upstairs, so don't even try. And so this guy disappears into the shadows, and this guy is kind of standing here with his back to you, Martin, and watching the two doors to see if either one of them is going to open. If you would like to take an action, I'll let you. Otherwise,
I, is there any kind of like disabling strike in this game? Or I mean, I don't really have a. I got
the
brass
Austin
knuckles.
Powers judo chop.
Yeah.
so if you use brawling, I will say that you can. The game doesn't really have the concept of lethal versus non-lethal damage, but I'll say that if you used brawling and got them down to 1 hit point, then then the person would be disabled as opposed to dead.
Well, can I? He's got his back turned to me, right?
He's got his back turned to you, yes.
What is it? Does he look like he has like handcuffs on him or anything?
He does not look like he has handcuffs on him or anything.
Okay. Does he look like he's armed?
He does not appear to. Uh, he does not appear to have any weapons on him.
All right. Can I uh, can I put my gun in his back and tell him to get down and be quiet?
You can. Do you have intimidate?
Only the base 15%.
So
Guns are pretty intimidating.
So I'll let you roll intimidate with a bonus die because you've gotten a jump on him and have a gun in his back. Or I'll let you roll persuade as a flat die.
My persuade is 24, so I'm not certain what would be better.
What's your intimidate?
My intimidate is 15. My persuade is 24.
For some reason, I always thought yours was higher than that.
Alejandro was the one that had the 70 points in intimidate.
Right.
And he used it on everybody.
Right.
No, I have points in like survival and swimming and like that kind of stuff. All right, I guess I'll try to intimidate him. We'll see what happens.
+1 is a hard success. Okay. He puts his hands up and kneels down.
Does he have a belt?
He does have a belt.
Okay, I take off his belt and pull his pants down around his ankles.
But he's wearing robes.
Oh, well, I take off his belt and I tie his arms behind his back and tell him to be quiet and maneuver him into the secretary's desk, I guess, on the first floor.
Okay. Okay. So this is our normal stopping point for the night, and I would say that things are probably going to get really interesting really fast. So this might be a good cliffhanger for us to end on here is with Martin tying this guy up, knowing that his buddy is going to get help, and we can
move him upstairs.
Figure out what you guys are gonna do and how you're gonna do it next time. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah. Well, we got the grappling hook. We got the grappling hook, right? Can't we just rappel out of the top floor?
Yeah, I mean it's not that
like we've done that before.
Somebody's gonna slip and go splat.
It's not that high. Like even if you jumped out the window, you're one story up. You know.
I'm a fragile old man, though.
Oh, this is true.
Yeah, but
I feel like you only even if you completely botch it, you only take a d6. So.
But your move is slow, so you'll fall slower.
This is why you try and keep that 30 luck remaining.
I'll tweak an ankle and then I'll have a 4 movement.
And then you'll snap because that was just that last bit that would just make you go nuts.
Oh, also, I
Oh,
have
I'm
a
much better now.
oh, yeah, I have a balaclava in my inventory. Can I pull it over my head?
Yes, I'm happy. This is canon that every chance you get, you pull the balaclava over your head at this point. So yes, I'm totally happy to say that you were wearing the balaclava this whole time.
It is this thing.
Okay. 2 weeks from today is August 16th. Does that work for everybody?
Should be
Absolutely.
good for me.
Perfect.
Oh, I don't know if anybody's interested, but the guy behind Capers RPG is running a really mini online con called Nerdburger.
Nice.
Go look it up.
That game.
I'm doing something well in the morning. It's going to be hours after before that's done, so I've got no conflicts. But I'm just mentioning if anybody wants to look it up and see something to do.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming out and playing tonight. We had 2 warehouse scenes. That was one more warehouse scene than I expected, so always fun and exciting. Those of you watching live, thank you for watching. Please feel free to follow, like, and subscribe. And those of you watching live, I'm going to hand it off to my friend Pondo the Mad that's playing his Dungeons & Dragons 5e Gestalt game. So if you are watching on Twitch and like RPGs, stick around for that. Otherwise, thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and we will play again and lose sanity together in 2 weeks.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
See ya.
Bye.